Do you have a gambling problem?
No, I enjoy it. It's a hobby. If I had a problem, I'd be starving. I'd be hawking this watch. My championship rings, I would sell my house. I would do this. I do not have a problem. I enjoy it.
This story is shaking the entire sports world to its core. Every single day, new secrets are dropping, and the NBA's reputation keeps taking hit after hit. Fans can't believe what's being exposed. It's bigger, darker, and messier than anyone ever imagined. Remember that massive NBA gambling scandal I told you about? The one that got Hall of Fame coach Chauncey Billups and current player Terry Rozier arrested by the FBI? Well, buckle up, because it just got way crazier. Since that first video dropped, everything's exploded. The FBI director himself has responded to critics, and now the actual federal indictment is public, and the details are absolutely insane. Even worse, leaked documents suggest the NBA may have known about this entire mess for over a year and chose to keep it quiet. That's right, we might be staring at a full-blown cover-up at the very top of professional basketball. And here's the wildest detail everyone missed. When Billups was arrested, he was wearing a brown Clutch sports hoodie, the same agency founded by LeBron James and Rich Paul. Guess whose name shows up in the indictment? LeBron's. According to court filings, his former teammate Damon Jones allegedly leaked insider info about him. And now, Stephen A. Smith's theory suddenly makes a lot more sense.
Remember, Trump has a long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming at the time? This man is coming. And to me, this is the latest nugget of evidence. Anybody that has been around him, they are not surprised at what's going on.
FBI Director Kash Patel came out swinging on Fox News, firing back at Stephen A. Smith's claim that this investigation was Trump's revenge against the NBA. Patel called it pure nonsense, stressing that this has nothing to do with politics. It's about hard criminal evidence shaking the league.
That may be the single dumbest thing I've ever heard out of anyone in modern history, and I live most of my time in Washington, D.C. It's right up there with Adam Schiff. We arrest people for crimes.
The FBI director himself stepping in to respond to an ESPN commentator. When has that ever happened? Kash Patel going public shows just how massive this story has become. But his comments only make things murkier. If this investigation's really been running for 4 years, why reveal it now, right after the NBA season tips off? And why bring out the FBI director for a press conference? Fair questions, even if Stephen A. Smith's political revenge theory doesn't fully land. Now let's get into the real bombshell, the indictment. Because this 23-page criminal complaint reads like a Hollywood crime thriller. Filed in the Eastern District of New York, it accuses the defendants of running one of the boldest sports corruption schemes since online betting went mainstream. That's straight from U.S. Attorney Joseph Elliott himself. At the center of it all, NBA guard Terry Rozier. And the details are jaw-dropping. Prosecutors allege that on March 23, 2023, before the Hornets faced the Pelicans, Rozier told an associate named Dairo Lear he'd fake an injury and pull himself from the game in the first quarter, a move planned days in advance. Lear then sold that insider info to Marv Fairley and another conspirator for roughly $100,000. Confident the fix was in, Fairley passed the tip to Shane Hinnon, who reportedly led a full network of high-stakes bettors. The indictment even breaks down the numbers. $17,000 here, $41,000 there, smaller bets of $20,000, $17,000, and $12,500, all placed before tip-off. Sportsbooks caught on fast. Within 46 minutes, they saw 30 bets flooding in, all targeting Rozier's unders. The suspicious pattern triggered an immediate shutdown. Even crazier, prosecutors say there were at least 7 games where Rozier allegedly leaked inside info about his own availability, not random, but systematic. And in a bizarre twist, one of Rozier's old records nearly got broken on opening night. And the Inside the NBA crew couldn't help but laugh about it on air.
The sportsbooks caught it. They told the NBA right away. And guess what? The NBA, Rozier didn't play the rest of the season. And he had faked the injury, so it wasn't because of the injury. The NBA pulled him.
Now here's where the scandal explodes into a full-blown cover-up. ESPN's Brian Windhorst just dropped a bombshell that changes everything. Intro 5. The NBA pulled him. And that's where things start to look shady. If the league knew about this in March 2023 and quietly benched Terry Rozier, why publicly clear him? Why tell everyone there was no wrongdoing? Reports now claim the NBA secretly kept him off the court to conceal the gambling probe, all while letting him collect his salary, leaving fans, teams, and bettors completely in the dark. Think about it. The Hornets didn't know. The Heat didn't know. Even sportsbooks had no clue. Miami actually traded for Rozier, while the NBA allegedly already knew he was under investigation. One analyst put it perfectly. The NBA was alerted that night. The Heat never knew, and the league stayed silent. That's not just suspicious, that's scandalous. The Heat deserve that draft pick back. They traded for a player under FBI investigation, and nobody said a word. And here's where it gets even wilder. What's coming next could revive one of the NBA's biggest conspiracy theories ever. Michael Jordan's shocking 1993 retirement.
I'm very solid with my decision of not to play the game of basketball in the NBA.
He was 30 years old, at the peak of his powers, fresh off a third straight championship. And then, out of nowhere, Michael Jordan walked away. The official reason? His father's tragic death and a loss of passion for the game. But behind the scenes, whispers spread fast, rumors of massive gambling debts, and even a secret NBA suspension. Jordan's betting habits weren't exactly a secret. Late nights in Atlantic City, a $57,000 check to a convicted gambler, and ties to a murder case over a $1.2 million debt. Then suddenly, he retires at his absolute peak. Some say Commissioner David Stern gave him a choice: take a quiet suspension or face public disgrace. And now, with the Rozier scandal exposing hidden NBA cover-ups, fans are asking, could the same thing have happened with Jordan? His retirement always felt less like goodbye and more like a timeout.
Do you have a gambling problem?
No, I enjoy it. It's a hobby. If I had a problem, I'd be starving. I'd be hawking this watch. My championship rings. I would sell my house. I would do this. I do not have a problem. I enjoy gambling.
Sound familiar? It should, because the same playbook seems to be in motion right now. Players and coaches deny everything until the truth piles so high that there's no way to hide it. To be fair, this is still just a theory. There's no hard proof Michael Jordan was ever secretly suspended. David Stern denied it. Jordan denied it. The NBA denied it. Maybe he truly was grieving and wanted to chase a baseball dream. But one thing's impossible to ignore. When gambling threatens the brand, the NBA circles the wagons. They did it with Terry Rozier. They allegedly tried it with Jonte Porter. And now, the pattern looks undeniable. Protect the business first. Tell the truth later. So, the real question isn't would the NBA lie about a gambling scandal. It's did they already do it with Michael Jordan? Suddenly, that once crazy theory doesn't sound so crazy anymore. Now let's talk about Chauncey Billups, because his role in this case is darker than anyone imagined. Prosecutors say he was the bait. The big-name legend used to lure high rollers into rigged poker games backed by 4 major crime families. These weren't casual card nights. We're talking advanced cheating tech, automated shufflers, hidden cameras, even x-ray tables capable of reading face-down cards. Victims collectively lost over $7 million, including one man who dropped a staggering $1.8 million in a single night. When Billups was arrested, he was wearing a brown clutch sports hoodie, instantly lighting up social media. Fans joked it was a bat signal to LeBron James and Rich Paul, as if he were saying, asterisk, get me out or I start talking. Asterisk, and it gets darker. Damon Jones, another man named in the indictment, allegedly leaked insider information about LeBron himself. According to prosecutors, Jones shared details about LeBron's injuries, even tipping off bets right after he broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record. That's betrayal at another level. Then came the March 24, 2023 game between Portland and Chicago. Before tip-off, someone allegedly leaked that key Blazers players wouldn't suit up, triggering over $100,000 in bets against Portland before the news went public. If co-conspirator 8 really is Chauncey Billups, it means he wasn't just running poker scams. He was allegedly feeding gamblers insider info straight from the bench. That's staggering corruption from a sitting head coach. And just when it couldn't get any wilder, reports now suggest Kevin Garnett was involved in these same underground poker circles. A Hall of Famer, a legend. To be fair, there's no evidence he knew the games were rigged, but the indictment claims big names like Garnett were used as face cards, to lure wealthy marks into the trap.
As the NBA season tips off, his career is already benched, not for injury, but for integrity.
He might have been unknowingly caught up in it, but it shows just how deep the scheme reached into the NBA's core. These weren't fringe names. We're talking legends, coaches, and active stars. The same indictment even links the Jonte Porter case to this massive criminal web. Prosecutors claim Porter wasn't simply greedy. He was drowning in gambling debt and under pressure from organized crime to manipulate games. And here's where everything connects. One of Porter's contacts, Long Pham, allegedly leaked insider details about Terry Rozier's games, filtering that information through a network of fixers and bettors. This wasn't some underground side hustle. It was a coordinated criminal operation mixing insider leaks, money laundering, and mob involvement. The most disturbing part? The NBA allegedly knew. Sportsbooks flagged suspicious betting patterns on Rozier's props as early as 2023. The league quietly benched him, then publicly cleared his name, keeping fans, bettors, and even teams in the dark as the situation spiraled. Commissioner Adam Silver built his entire legacy on transparency and integrity. He championed legalized sports betting, promising it would reveal corruption, not conceal it. But here's the irony. When that same system exposed one of his own players, the league allegedly buried it. According to the indictment, Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier now face federal charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering, each carrying sentences of up to 20 years in prison.